Hello, today I'll be showing you how to tame a wyvern on Ragnarok. This is the area I live in, just right close to the wyvern trench. I've done this before, as you can see. I have the lightning wyvern Zapdos, Smaug the fire, and Gore the god butcher the poison. I just have a small little base, beetles, bunny dodo, since this was during the Easter event. Right where those crystals are in the side of that mountain is where the wyvern trench is. You can go in that top part, but I prefer the bottom part because there's less dragons and it's a bit easier to traverse in the bottom part. The way I'm going to be doing this is with pretty basic materials, just, stone hatchet and pickaxe. You'll also need a bow and arrow with trank arrows. Trank arrows, I believe, are level 21, I think. And you also, if you're a new player, might need a bola to keep the Pteranodon still while you shoot it. I won't be using that though, because I should be able to take it down pretty quick if it is a lower level. But we're going to be taming a Pteranodon first. Very simple and easy tame. The saddle for a Pteranodon is level 38. It is like 230 hide and 75 chitin, I think. So you can make your saddle just in your inventory, and then you just go out and find one. Should be pretty easy in this area. They're usually everywhere, but it might be a little bit harder now because I've already killed quite a few with my dragon. So hopefully they've respawned by now. You should just need a handful of arrows. Pteranodons are pretty easy to tame, especially at very low level. The higher level you go, the more stamina and weight it's going to have, which is great. But that's also going to mean that you're probably going to need a bola and more arrows. Not very many more, probably like, if it's a max level 150, you'll probably need like 15 arrows, maybe, probably not even, probably like 12, and then a bola just to hold it in place. Otherwise they can fly pretty far away. But I'm going to be going for a rather low level, so I can just tame it and get it done. If you find a higher level and think that it's necessary, sure, you can tame one. It'd be great, so you don't have to. You're basically going to be much safer if you tame a higher level. You're going to have more stamina to outrun the dragons and more weight, so that way it can go faster. I am going to go searching right now. Hopefully there's some out here somewhere. Usually there's a ton right in this area. There's also a Giga over that hill over there, far in the distance that way. That should be fine though. I mean, sometimes it'll roam over this hill, but it stayed pretty far away. It just kind of wanders farther away. If you didn't know, horses and saber-tooth, and I think raptors can do it too. If you jump on, see, I'm going downhill right now, but if you jump on a slight incline, like if I was going to the right of me, just going up that hill, you can jump, and you'll jump into the ground, kind of, since you're going uphill, and you can just repeatedly jump. It works amazing with sabers, and you just can go flying. It doesn't work as well with a horse, but like you just saw it there. I hit it, and I hit the ground pretty immediately, but yeah, just a little tip: if you need to go faster on your saber or whatever, just click that and you can just fly up a hill or whatever you're doing. A horse is pretty easy to tame. You can find them down on the beach or up in the hills here. All you need is like by these trees up here to my left. There's a little lake, or more like a pond, I guess. But around its edges are carrots, and you can pick those up just like any other bush. Put those in your last hotbar slot, and you can just on your far right hotbar spot, and you can just walk up to a horse, and it'll say, if you don't have it in your last inventory slot, it'll say put taming food in last inventory slot to tame. So you could use berries, but carrots are the best. Just put it in there, and you can press Y, and they'll stop for a second, and kind of like, they'll either like stand on their hind legs, and it'll give you enough time to get on them and feed them one more time as soon as you get on. And then they'll start running around, and every time they stop, and in the bottom right, it'll show like a blinking icon. And when that blinks, you press Y again, and you can feed them. And then basically you just do that every time until they're tamed. And on Equus, you get 100% taming effectiveness, as long as it doesn't get hit by anything or whatever. But if you get off of the Equus, it will restart the taming process. Alright, well, we found our Pteranodon. And it's going to fly over the hill, because I thought this was going to be easier than it is, but it's not going to be too bad. And my horse decides to run off for no reason, so that's amazing. This hill is kind of being irritating to get over. Here is my Pteranodon. Should be pretty easy to knock out. Oh. Okay, there we go. Got him. Alright, so this area that I have my house on is pretty safe. The wyverns don't leave the trench. They fly above the trench, but they don't venture out too far. You'll get the occasional allosaur, but usually in the early stages, since you stay by your house within render distance of it, allosaurs won't spawn. But you know, if you venture like into the desert on the far side of Ragnarok, and come back and reload this whole chunk, there could be an allosaur that spawns, or something up, like a titanosaur, which isn't very bad because they're passive unless you hit them. But if you do hit them, then they will, like, you know, destroy everything. This area that I live in also has tons of ovis, which are a great source for mutton, which is the best taming food besides kibble. But that also sucks, because had I literally, instead of going clear around this whole mountain to find a Pteranodon, I could have just gone the opposite direction that I went, and I would have found him almost instantly. So that kind of sucks, but it's all good. We have one now, so it doesn't matter now, I guess. It should only take 2 or 3 mutton for this low a level. Mutton is very effective. I probably didn't need the grab so much, but I'm just going to put extra in there. Okay, so I tamed the Pteranodon, and I took a bit of a cut so I could take my Equus back home. I need to take my echoes back home so in case, well, when I do lure out a wyvern, the wyvern doesn't aggro onto my equus and kill it. Which, I mean, my equus will probably die at some point anyway, but that's besides the point. Pteranodons have low stamina and weight, so before you leave your house or whatever, make sure to empty all your items into a chest, get rid of everything, so if you do die, you don't lose anything. But there's an egg right here. We're gonna grab that. There is one dragon, and we should be good. And of course, as soon as I say we should be good, everything dies. Okay, that's great. Okay, I am dead. So, that says 170. I don't have any mods on or anything. That's just the natural level that wyverns can spawn. On official, like, Ark servers without any mods, the max level is 150 for almost all creatures, except for the ones that hatch out of eggs. So the ones that you have to hatch out of eggs don't get like the extra half levels. So like if I tamed at 150, I'd get it 224 because you can't get 100% effectiveness. But ones that you hatch out of eggs don't get that. So basically you want to find like the highest egg possible, because the highest wyvern level you can get for an egg is 190, which is really good because these things are super overpowered even at a lower level. But so I'm just gonna get my stuff back. You could probably skip probably like a minute or two, and I'll be back right where I was with with another Pteranodon. Buy the Wyvern Trench in the grassy area, just buy it. There are mantis, centipedes, scorpions, spiders, and beetles. Dung beetles specifically, which I have in this pen right here. The mantises are very dangerous, but they're also a cool tame. You have to use death worm horns, I believe, to feed it to them and tame them. But they can wield pickaxes, axes, swords, whatever. And you can like fight with them, you can gather resources with them. It's a pretty cool animal. But spiders and scorpions, they're a cool early tame, I suppose. But the beetles that I have in that pen, wyverns, when you tame them, actually drop when they defecate, they actually drop 2 feces, which you can give to the beetles. And after, I think it's every 15 minutes, they make a fertilizer from it. So you can use small, medium, large, human, massive, whatever kind of feces you want to use from your tames or from random animals. Titanosaurs are the only ones that give massive, and you can get 16 fertilizer from that. So okay, this time is going to be much quicker for my taming or Pteranodon, so now that I know where they are. I'll probably just knock it out and then take a cut so you guys aren't here for the whole watching it tame process, I suppose. But I'll just knock it out this time. This time I'm going to be using a bolus, that way it can't run just like my other one. And then I'm going to be using my horse to knock it out. For Xbox, it is left trigger to do the horse kick, and it does a torpor. It does quite a lot of torpor, actually, so as I only need to do 3 hits and it was out. If you do right trigger, it does like a bite, I think. But I am going to find my old sheep, hopefully, that I killed earlier, so I don't have to kill another one. Yep, there we go. grab a few of these. This one's even lower level. I think it was 45. So this should only take 2, seeing as the other one only took 2. Put that in there, and there we go. Took a little cut there so you didn't have to watch it eat and stuff and take forever. But for a Pteranodon, it has to drop 50 food to eat a mutton. And so it just takes like 5 to 10 minutes to tame a low level like this. Put him over there. And hopefully I don't forget about him. Alright, so always make sure to stop at the edge, you know, so that way you have enough stamina to run away from it. Because if you do run out of stamina, and you know, Pteranodons have that really slow flying towards the ground animation, that you're guaranteed dead. Especially to a lightning. A lightning can only damage your, like it's a very long, continuous, rapid stream of damage. A fire dragon gives a slower but still rapid stream of damage. But it's also a larger base damage, so it's slower but also a larger amount of damage, and it also deals like a sticking damage, so like it'll set you on fire for a short amount of time. Oh, there's an egg right on this side. Dang. And that dragon's over there in that cubby, and there's one down there. I should be able to grab this one now and just get out quick as possible. And 190. That's the first time I've actually seen a max level wyvern egg. That's pretty sick too. It's a poison. Poison shoots. Lightning and fire can't do damage to the player until the animal is dead that you're riding. If you aren't riding an animal, it'll just do straight up damage to you. Try not to lead it towards my horse there. But a poison will actually, like, when it hits your animal, it'll do a base damage from the impact to your animal. And then the poison will do a gas damage to your animal and you. So your person and the animal will get hit by the gas damage. And so that's a very quick way to get killed on even a large dinosaur like another wyvern or a rex or something. Your wyvern might not take that much damage from the attack, but you will. So always be careful of that. For my wyverns, since they're all like high level, oh, there's allosaurs, see, but I have wyverns, so they won't attack. Well, they will, but they'll die. But I always like to have backup wyverns, because mine were all 155, 155, and 165. So thanks for watching. This has been stealing wyvern eggs.